What is up, YouTube? We're here with a deck profile of a newer deck. Started playing it about a week or two ago. It's still not finished, missing a card or two. It's Shaddoll invoked. So yeah, let's get into it. Triple Alistair the Invoker. You search out Invocation, which is the fusion spell. Hence why the invoked engine. For the Stalls, 3 Skelmata, Foolish Burial, 2 Wendy's, and RL. RL's effect when she is sent to graveyard is actually pretty good. It's a DD Crow for 3 cards. Most time you're going to Skelmata, dump the Wendy to set the RL, so you can use the Reshal Fusion to flip her over and to get out a banished Shaddoll. Most times it's going to be Constructs. Double Beast, draw power, double Hedgehog, and a Falco Dragon for the rest of the Shadolls. Hedgehog searches out Shaddoll spell trap cards. If you send it to the grave for anything, you can search a Shaddoll monster. Dragon for back row pop, and Shaddoll Falco to, when you flip summon it, it'll summon out a Shaddoll from your grave. If you send it to the graveyard, it summons itself out, so you get a free monster either way. We play 3 damage jugglers. Ideally, you want to fusion this with Skelmata to summon out Construct to start our plays. 1 Trick Clown. Search off the damage juggler, or reopen it, fusion it away for a free monster to summon out Construct. Hat Trigger, free monster. That's it for the clowns. We play the Gamma package. Because most of the time we want to open with the Meltdown, use Meltdown to search the Alistair. If they ash the Meltdown, we can Gamma it, summon out the driver, and we have 2 monsters for Link material and also for Fusion material. Beam Lice for Construct. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, I main deck Super Poly. Symbol, another fusion spell. Lets me take my opponent's monsters to fusion summon. Versus a mirror match, it becomes all the more important. 3 Shaddoll Fusion, standard for a Shaddoll deck. You open it, if they have an extract monster, you can send from your deck the material for a fusion summon. Other than that, your standard polymerization, you can send it off Skelmata, Construct, and add it back later with by using one of the fusions to when they are sent to graveyard. 3 El Shaddoll fusions, the quick play. Same reason as Shaddoll Fusion, you play it, you open it. You basically want to see a fusion card in your opening hand in some fashion. That's how this deck works. That's how you get the plays to start. And you can recycle back the El Shaddoll Fusion and the Shaddoll Fusion with the fusion monsters with the Shaddoll Fusion monsters. 3 Invocations, 3 Meltdown to round out the spells. Meltdown will search Alistair, which Alistair will search the Invocation. You can recycle the Alistair Invocations with their effects. If you banish Alistair for a fusion summon, you can put this back in your deck and add the Alistair to your hand. Meltdown will search out the Alistair. Meltdown will also protect your fusion monsters when you go to fusion summon by its effect. In Europe, they made a wrong ruling about how Meltdown works. I believe the ruling was over there that Meltdown would protect both players if they fusion summon, which is wrong because it specifically says "your" on the card. Lastly, 1 Reshal Fusion, Reshal Incarnation, I'm sorry. You send to the graveyard with either Skelmata or Construct, you banish it, and the Construct you link away later, and use it to flip over the Ariel. Ariel will then reborn the Construct to be in the zone, let's say Claw Sheet points to, thus getting a Chainlink 4, I believe, or a Chainlink 3. Either way, you just recycle Construct. I'm sorry, I'm losing track of what my thoughts are. For the extra deck, we play 3 Construct. Yes, this is the alternate arts, whatever. I don't care that much about the art. This is what I got, and it works fine. Construct, it's a light. You have to use a Shaddoll and a light monster. Easy. When special summon, you send a Shaddoll card from your deck to graveyard. When special summoned, it does not specifically need to be fusion summoned. 2 Wendas limits the special summoning to 1 per turn. For each player, that's fine. Creates like a soft lock. And the last for the Shaddoll is Capone. It's basically a impermanence that takes 2 Shaddolls with 2 different attributes. All these have the same effect. You can recycle back a Shaddoll. I can't remember his... The Winna constructs are Shaddoll spell and traps. You can recycle back. The Capone is you can add back 1 Shaddoll card from your deck or graveyard to my hand, but you have to discard a card, which isn't that big a deal. So you can discard a card and use the Shaddoll effect. For the invokes, fusions, Macabre and Yugioh, I don't have Purgatrio and I don't have Summon Great Elmirage. If I did, I would play those, but I don't. Elmirage is just too high right now, and my Purgatrio is on the way. Yugioh limits the effects and attacks to 1 per turn. Macabre is negate. 1 Abyss Dweller. Stop graveyard effects. If I have to make like a Winda and search out a, or I have to make a fusion, 1 gravity controller, I play this. I never really use it, but you make like a construct and you can use construct to go into it, thus recycling back your fusion spell. 1 construct link monster. It's a fusion, takes 2 flip monsters, and you can use it to fusion summon. 1 Alistair link monster. You fusion summon, and you can use the effect to discard a card to add invocation from your deck to hand. Also counts as a Alistair for the fusion summons. Summon out the invoke stuff. 1 almost called a cross sheep. 1 cross sheep. You special summon a fusion monster to a zone it points to. Let's say here, for example, and you can revive back a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, thus giving you free material for another fusion summon or link material. It's a dumb card. It's dumb that's a rare. Probably should have been higher rarity than that. But the deck needs cross sheep. It's so good to play. 1 Boral Sword for an OTK route. Too good not to play. And lastly, Apollosa. Turn 1 negates. You get at least 3 negates with her. I just got her over the weekend. I know some of the builds in the results for the 3v3 YCS and the YCS in Europe don't play Appaloosa anymore, but I still think she is a good card to play, even though she does take a number of resources to make. Having those negates can matter. It is just a shame that she is a super high valued card. So yeah, that's it for the deck. The Shaddoll structure deck is very, very good. I was playing Pure for like a week, then I got lucky enough to have friends that had the Invoke stuff for me to get off of them. So yeah, that's the deck. I still have my heroes, of course, but this is another deck for me to play. And with Master Rule 5, or the revision on its way very, very, very soon, I think it's important for me to have multiple options to play, with my regionals being April 11th. So that is it for this deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one.